Hey folks, today we're going to be talking a little bit about some triads and how to use them in improvisation settings. You can use these in country, rock, blues, any type of improvisation. But hopefully it gives you some ideas of what to work with, and then it maybe can spark some inspiration to start to create some of your own licks. So these are just ideas based on something that I like using. And if you could please like and subscribe to this channel, it would enable me to make more videos for your entertainment, enjoyment, and education. So let's get to it. So like I said, we're going to be using this triad idea on the first three strings. So you're going to have a G triad. So you're barring the first two strings on the 3rd fret, and then your second finger goes to the 3rd string, 4th fret. And there's your G major triad, okay? And you do have the option to just move this up to the 8th fret, and you'd have a C major triad. And the root is going to be on the high E string, so that's your triad for the high. And then you just move that up 2 frets to have your D major triad, okay? But the thing is, like when we're playing, we do want to have access to these other higher frets. But when you're kind of improvising, you want to try to stay within kind of one little area here. So here's your G major triad. And what we're going to do is form another triad of a different shape for a C. So you're going to have your first finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret, pinky on the 2nd string, 5th fret, and 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. And there's your C major triad. And then we also have a D major, just your regular D major chord down on the 2nd fret. So that's one area to have this. So there's your 1, 4, 5, and then you're back to your 1. Now again, you can move this C major that we just explained, 1st fret, 1st string, and then 5th fret on the 4th, on the 2nd and 5th, 2nd and 3rd string, and you just move that up 2 frets, and you have your D major. So that's another area to use, right? So what we're going to be doing here is using some of these ideas, and one idea that we're going to be using is a minor to major third. So the 3rd of G is B, and what you're going to do is use a B flat, which is a minor third, to a major third, and then you're going to bar the first 2 strings to play the rest of the G chord. And this is basically in your G minor pentatonic. So the other element that we're going to introduce is what's called the minor 7th. So in G major, we usually have an F sharp, and in G7, we have an F natural. So that's a minor 7 or a flat 7. And we can also have this F there, which is F natural on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. So we can utilize that going and give it a bit of a bluesy sound, and then come down. And that's basically what you want to do for, your having your minor 7th in there as a dominant 7th. And another thing is you can have just playing the first 2 strings and having the 6th of the chord, which is on the 5th fret, which is your E, and then the high E string, and then slide that 3rd finger up 1 fret and have both of those, the minor 7th and the G, ring it together. So and then slide what you want to do when you're on a major chord, slide from the 3rd to the 2nd and then to the open string. And we've all seen this sliding from the 2nd to the 3rd to the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So that's sliding from the, say you're on a G chord, you slide from the 2nd, which is an A, up to the B, and then you play the D, which is a 5th. So or else you can do the opposite, slide from the 3rd to the 2nd, open. So when you're doing that, so and now when you're on the C chord, you have your 2 notes of the first 2 strings, 5th fret of the 2nd string and 3rd fret of the high E string. And you can do the same thing. Go to the 6th, which is the A, and then slide that pinky up 1 fret, and then there's your flat 7, the B flat. So if you played it like that, you would have a flat 7, barring the 5th fret of the first 4 strings and 2nd finger on the high E string, 6th fret, right? So and that's another good idea to have. And then the flat, and then the minor third would be on the 4th fret, and you go minor third, major third. So, okay, and all these ideas are movable. So if you have that exact same thing that I just explained for the C, you just move that up 2 frets, and there's your D. And there's your minor third, F natural to F sharp. You have your 5th of the chord, which is an A on the high E string. Then you have your 6th, which is the B, and then the 7th, flat 7th on the 8th fret. And then you're back to your G chord. So the progression is going to go G, the 1 chord, then you go to your 4 chord, back to your 1 chord, and then your 5 chord back to the 1. So I'm going to do a little demonstration here with the backing track, and we're going to put some of these ideas to use. So I moved up the neck a little bit here, and I was playing the same ideas, but using a little bit more of the fretboard. Still applying those minor thirds, you know, to major thirds. You can also do it here. And then I was also doing this C major triad, like I'll explain. You could do the triad down here, or else you could play it up here. And then I was doing the flat 7 on the 11th fret. So. And I was doing a little bit of chromaticism with some chicken picking going. And there's how to use some triads. Well, there you go. There's some ideas, uses some triads. I hope that helps. So mixing those minor and major together with the minor 7th, and explaining how to kind of use these triads in improvisation setting. And hopefully it sparked a little bit of curiosity how to shift these around, and maybe to some degree create some of your own licks, and inspire you to be a little bit more creative when it comes to improvisation. Till next time, cheers.